What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, August 11th. Now, in today's dog video, we're going to be talking about, is there potential of a dog ETF on the horizon? So as you know, Leonidas has joined a company called Corgi Invest, which is basically a subsidiary company that's connected to Corgi Insurance based in San Francisco, I believe. Now, with this specific new company called Corgi Invest, they are all about supporting innovative ETFs. This is spanning from a whole bunch of different categories such as AI, crypto, you name it. Now, could this be the beginning of a potential ETF for dog? Well, I want to talk about what could possibly lead to that specific event and what will need to happen and the realities that we need to face when covering an ETF for a cryptocurrency. And obviously we're going to be covering charting and analysis of the video because I'm seeing that the 200-day and the 50-day moving average line are getting even closer. So let's cover it in this video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So dog right now is at a 64 million market cap, down around 2.33% in the past 24 hours. Remember, not too long ago, this is at 60 million market cap. Honestly, I would not mind if dog actually came back at the 60 million market cap level just because that is a support level. The reason it's a support level is because that's a support level at the 50-day moving average line, which is this green line right here. And as you can see, based on the MACD, we are still in the buyer's market. Now, could this reverse down? Anything could happen, but let me just remind everybody that we've been in a seller's market for quite some time, all the way down here ever since May of 2026. So we've been on the seller's market for a while. So it is time for dog to be in the buyer's market, just to be very honest with you. And this could drag out for a lot longer, or it could be short-lived and then go right back up or go right back down, only to go back up. Either way, we're oversold, and you can just see that based on the moving average lines. Now, before we begin, again, as a reminder, make sure to buy the Dog Effect book on Lulu. As a reminder to that as well, this will help us get all the numbers and data to have Barnes & Nobles consider this book on their website or in select retail stores across the US and possibly around the world. Now, people that have started to order their books, we have to give a shout out to John Wick. If you don't know, John Wick has the one-on-one dog ninja. This is the pizza ninja that is a dog-themed character. Remember, he received this PFP, this one-on-one, because he was one of the top donors of the fundraiser challenge that we had recently. But he bought 3 orders of the Dog Effect book to be sent to Hong Kong. So shout out to you, John Wick. Thank you for supporting. But also we have Mindy or Mind Sats also order a book for themselves. But guess what? People are starting to receive their books. So let's give a shout out to NateBit. NateBit just received his Dog Effect book, and he has it in the same picture as his runestone that he has actually ordered. So shout out to you, NateBit. I'm so glad you got your copy. And also we have to give a shout out to Lil J. Lil J just received their copy as of today and is hunting for the seed phrase. Now you must be wondering, what does that person mean? Well, we talked about it. This is what we're talking about, and we mentioned it previously in our other videos, that there is 5 million dog waiting in a hot wallet out there in the world, and all you have to do is read the book and find that 24-word secret recovery phrase. Once you are able to compile all those words together, which they are in order, they're not like out of order, they're actually in order through the book, then you will be able to find a hot wallet and you will unlock the first person to get that 5 million dog, which is waiting for you. Remember, 24 words. Is it in the chapter titles, the first or last word of each chapter, or some other pattern within the book? In order to find out, you need to buy this book and you need to hunt for yourself. Remember, go down in the descriptions below and you'll find the Lulu link to buy this dog. Expedite your shipping if you feel like it, or just wait for the book to arrive normally. But nonetheless, I'm so excited for you all to begin reading this book. Make sure to leave a review down in the bottom below. So really quickly, I just want to talk about BIP 110. It is now around 378 blocks behind the regular Bitcoin standard block. So obviously BIP 110 is absolutely dead by far. There's no way of saving it. What's really funny is that Luke Das Jr. is trying to work around this. He's trying to make this specific chain a proof of work chain. But here's the thing. A lot of people saw something that was wrong with this specific chain, that this new proof of work could be rigged. And a couple of people noted that this testnet 4 has timestamps is absolutely insane, and that some are withholding the map itself, demonstrating that acknowledgement that the selection process could be gamed. So basically what Luke Dash Jr. is not completely organic at all. In fact, it's completely synthetic. Everything about this whole proof of work chain on the BIP 110 split is all false. It's not actually going to work. And the thing is, he keeps lying to his audience, and his audience believes him. Listen, there are like-minded individuals out there that think alike, and they're just like following Luke Dash Jr. as if he's some cult leader. Remember, he's all about getting his followers to believe in whatever he says, and he'll say whatever it takes for his followers to follow him. The thing is, just like any other bad cult out there, people will fall with the cult. People will do anything. If he jumps off a bridge, they will jump off a bridge. And that's the thing that we're witnessing. But here's another update around Luke Dash Jr. He's just been banned as a BIP editor. He used to be a BIP editor in Bitcoin Core, but now he's been banned because he's been abusing his power, and he's absolutely using all these different reasons for self-motivated things. And I'm so glad that this happened. This person is absolutely falling into a huge pit of emptiness after he had his huge hack long ago when the FBI actually incentivized what the hack was all about. Listen, he's been completely off the rails. Do not follow this guy. This guy is completely cringeworthy. And let me just tell you, when you look at this photo, do you actually believe this guy? I don't. Okay, now let's move on to the best part of this video, is talking about, is there a dog ETF on the horizon? Because as you know, Leonidas has now joined this new company called Corgi Insurance, but they also have a subsidiary company called Corgi Invest, which now Leonidas is the head of retail brand over at the specific company. Now, I want you to notice something in this specific post. He said, today we offer products spanning AI, crypto, longevity, humanoid robots, quantum computing, nuclear energy, and a whole wide range of other things. Now, he does talk about in the specific thread that he's not ignoring dog. He's still going to talk about dog on his official account, but he's also working on this other account with Corgi Invest. So if anything, I'm actually more bullish around this because he's now part of something that is the TradFi world, right? And that's always really important. ETFs, TradFi world is absolutely amazing. We need Leonidas to be a part of that world, but that we can also learn from it as well, other than reaching out to Mark Yusko or maybe even Canary Capital. Now, when I go to Corgi Invest, what do I see in their descriptions? A new breed of ETFs, innovative strategies designed by evolving markets. So I feel like Bitcoin runes are an evolving market, but also if you go to their website, let's dive deeper. So one of the things that I caught on to this website are the different types of ETFs, because I think they have roughly around 197 ETFs already, which is, by the way, already a lot considering that ETFs in the TradFi world, based on these institutions, they take a long time and they're pretty slow. So when you have a young crowd, new companies like Corgi starting to revolutionize and disrupt how ETFs are, 197 ETFs for this company is actually quite fantastic. When I scroll down, you can see that there's a whole bunch of random ETFs in here. But I think the most thing that we were paying attention to, that most of these ETFs that I think are doing well are AI ETFs. As you know, AI right now is very popular. But guess what? When the crypto market comes back, I feel that crypto ETFs will be a thing again. And you want dog to be a part of the front wheel of that story. So one thing that I see in this specific website is they say here, access should not be limited by size or status. Corgi delivers sophisticated, targeted investment strategies built for broader audiences. I think that's where dog stands. And also up above, it says our approach, a friendly approach to market access. Our ETFs are designed with evolving market conditions in mind. Now, the cryptocurrency market is complete disarray right now, but that's okay because every crypto market has down cycles. So when the cycle goes back up, you want to make sure you're in the right different assets. You want to be with the right companies. So when the crypto market comes back up, AI will be a thing of the past, which people are following the money there, and then AI will fall back into crypto. And then when that happens, dog will be well positioned to have a dog ETF within this company. That's just my personal opinion. So with that said, could a dog ETF happen with Corgi Invest? I feel like the likely chances of it happening with Corgi Invest is a lot higher than being with Mark Yusko or Morgan Creek Capital, which is traditional TradFi, and also even Canary Capital that doesn't even interact with the dog army. So just keep that in mind. Corgi Invest looks like they're at the front lines of doing something that could be really innovative, which is the first meme coin ETF on the Bitcoin blockchain. Wouldn't that be exciting? So those are my thoughts. Now, in terms of charting analysis, I'm just going to quickly look over Gate.io. Is there a lot of selling pressure on Gate.io? Not really. And also, if you look over onto Kraken, I don't see a lot of selling pressure, even though you see this red candle. This is on the daily time frame, by the way. I don't see a large red candle. I think this right now, this is just something being repriced and based on what Bitcoin's doing. Because as you know, Bitcoin's down to 63,000 US dollars. So it's down almost close to around 2% in the past 24 hours. So when I look into charting analysis, let's first pay attention to the RSI. Remember, it's not about the purple line. It's about the yellow line. As I mentioned, the yellow line isn't up there yet. meaning there's still another leeway for the dog price to go up. The fact is, when we saw this purple line drag back down because we see a red candle, that's nothing negative. That's actually completely normal. We want this yellow line to get past this threshold right around here. We want it to keep going up, because whenever you see the yellow line get up to this specific point, it's very positive for dog right over here. Same thing that happened for the yellow line over here, happened right over here. Same thing for the yellow line here. It popped off over here, right over here for that dog price, and right over here for this dog price. So as you can see, we need this yellow line to get up there. That's really what I'm paying attention to. I'm not paying attention to the purple line. I want the yellow line to get up there. But check this out. Now, one of the things I'm paying attention to is the 200-day and 50-day moving average line. Are they getting closer together? Absolutely. The 50-day moving average line is now curving upwards, very positive. The 200-day moving average line continues to drop down. Remember, we used to see the 200-day moving average right up here. Look how time has flown by, and now it's dropped even further. We went from 36% to now, as of today, 23% gap. Yesterday, it was 24. That means it's still dropping. Now, where I would like to see this is get past 22%, because this is where basically the 50-day and 200-day were forming a 22% gap. So I want to see this get down to 22, and I even want it to shrink down to even 0%, where they actually cross and form a golden cross. And again, not a promise that dog price is going to go up right away. It just shows that there is that reverse in sentiment that is confirmed. The bulls are back, sellers are overexhausted, and we are now in a buyer's market. That's what I want to see. Until then, I would not be surprised, and I want to say this truthfully, if dog price went back down. I would be completely fine with that. The reason I'm completely fine with dog price going back down, hitting this blue trend line, is because it's a blue trend line. It's a support line. So dog price bounced right here. It can continue to go within this wedge and pop off again. It will happen. That's just how the market's going to work. So that's my personal perspective on the charting analysis. So as I said before, we are currently in the buyer's market right now regarding the MACD. You've seen the charting analysis, maybe a potential dog ETF with Corgi Invest, since Leonidas is the head of retail brand over there. Absolutely exciting. I hope I can join that team. It would be absolutely amazing. I would love to learn more about the TradFi world and the ETF world. And this space is all about learning. And right now we're learning a lot about dog, because as you can see, just based on this chart, it looks like this thing is about to curve at some point. I mean, when you're looking at this price of dog right now, it's looking like this 50-day moving average line has bottomed and now it's ready to curve up. I cannot wait for that. This looks like it wants to close. So again, before we end this video, make sure to grab a copy of the Dog Effect book down in the descriptions below. This will help our conversation to get dog on the Barnes & Noble's website and in select retail stores. They are paying attention to the analytics within Lulu, since they are partners. And I also want to thank all of our donors for supporting this channel. Because of you, we're able to bring these videos on a daily basis for the Dog Army. So with that said, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.